Hey everybody, it's Queen Jelly here, and we're gonna get into these real quick. I think we're gonna start off with Clawdeen Wolf today. But I have Clawdeen and Cleo for these two videos. Real quick, I wasn't gonna get these right away, but I decided I couldn't wait, especially after some of the details I saw on Cleo. I knew I was getting them, so I still haven't watched any videos about them. But I guess as we're unboxing, I'll talk a little bit more about that kind of stuff. But for now, I did find these at Target. They are still $25 each. I did find these ones in store. They still had everyone in store except for Draculaura and the Deuce and Frankie 2-pack. I was also very tempted by the Coffin Bean. They did have that in stock, but I did not get that. I just got Clawdeen and Cleo today. I'm still trying to pace myself a little bit. I've decided I'm also going to be getting Tourmaline and Deuce, but Tourmaline has not been available in my area yet. And as you guys may or may not know, so Ghoulia is the Target exclusive, which I already have. Tourmaline is the Walmart exclusive, which is the one I can't find, and then Deuce is the Amazon exclusive. I think once I can find Tourmaline, I'm gonna get Deuce at the same time and just kind of do those as a pair, just for my sanity purposes. Anyway, so this is Clawdeen. She is Clawdeen Wolf. Obviously, she is the werewolf. The only thing I really know about her in this reboot is that she is now half human, half werewolf, but I thought that werewolves were always half human, so I'm not sure where that's going. Other than obviously it's like an allegory for mixed race, which is good in the inclusion part, but just kind of weird to me in the lore sense. But so we have her up here. Nope, that's as zoomed out as I can go. I don't know. Anyway, so there's the doll in the center, again, in this big blister packs that's really pretty easy to open with all of her accessories. And then her pet's name is Crescent, which apparently, Frankie's pet is Whatsy now, not What's It. I called them wrong the entire Frankie video because I didn't realize it until I started watching someone else's video. But yeah, it's called Whatsy now instead of What's It. So I do apologize about that, but I didn't realize until I was watching somebody else's video. I just went into like an autopilot. But also fun facts, apparently Crescent, the name of her creature, was in Canada. They apparently got a bunch of boxes of Ghoulia with Sir Hoots-a-lot labeled as Crescent. So that's fun. But yes, this is actually Crescent down here, and it has that little thing down there pointing to them. It has the Monster High logo on the side, and as with all of them, they have on the other side a bunch of logos that kind of more represent the character. So we have a howling wolf, we have a peace sign with a furry hand, we have a moon on a chain, we have the heart with the claw marks, which is kind of like the equivalent of the skullets now as these hearts. We have the eye coffin, we have the claw marks, a like mystic ball, and a shoe. On the back, we have Clawdeen moved forward, and we have the other ghouls back here, which this is the core line. So I realized that with Ghoulia, the reason she's not on there is because she's one of the exclusive dolls and not part of the core line. So these are the core, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 5 ghouls. And then the other 3 are the different like variants or different like exclusive dolls. So this is her art. Honestly, this is a rare exception where I'm not really a fan of the art. I think I like the doll better. But, again, I'm not the biggest Cleo fan. I keep saying Cleo. I don't know why. I'm not the biggest Clawdeen fan. But I do think that I like the doll better than the art in this case. Let's see. They are a clawsome werewolf slash human. Their monster must-haves are fur eliminator brush and blue moon spookies. And their monster pet is Crescent. TM. Yeah, gonna be honest, I'm not the biggest Clawdeen fan. I never have been, but I really think it just comes down to the fact that I've never really been into werewolves. I'm really into like monsters and such. Oh, by the way, I'm starting to get her out of the box. Oh, before we do that, barcode. Yeah. So yeah, I'm super into like monsters and all that kind of stuff, but I've just never been into werewolves. I think a lot of that has to do with I've just been a vampire girl my whole life, and you know, vampires, werewolves, kind of the opposites. So I'm just not into werewolves, so I'm just never really been that interested in Cleo. But at this point, she would have been the only one that I didn't have. Once I end up finding Torlai, and then eventually ordering Deuce. So I didn't want to not have her and have everybody else. But it literally, at this point at least, mostly comes down to the fact that she's a werewolf and I'm not into werewolves. The other thing is I'm just not super into this fashion. So I definitely have my core girls and ghouls, I should say, that I plan on collecting, because Frankie is one of those core characters that I plan on collecting more of than the others. But I decided I wanted the full main set, and then I will go from there on if I like that individual doll for the future collections. I'm definitely getting every Draculaura that exists ever. As soon as I can get my hands on them, the better. Yeah. Again, I'm a vamp girl. I love pink. I love black. I love her body type. But again, we're getting off topic. Let's get back to Clawdeen. But yeah, it's nothing personal. It's just she's not a type of monster I'm really all that into. But I'm hoping that once I have her, I will appreciate her design enough that it'll kind of overpower that, I'm guessing. I'm hoping anyway. And like I said, I'm not gonna not have her and have every other ghoul in the collection. So really, when I walked into that Target, I was looking for the Gorganizer. That's really what I've been looking for. But I walked in and I was looking at them, and like I said, I saw Cleo and I saw them, which was so cool because that was actually the first time that I've seen the Monster High dolls in the store. So it was just a special moment for me, just to be able to actually like see them in the stores. But I saw her and I looked at her and I was like, I shouldn't do it, but like I want to. And then I saw a detail that we'll talk about when I get to her video, and I was like, nope, I have to have her. And then I was like, well, if I'm getting her, then I guess I'm getting Clawdeen, and we're gonna go all the way out. And now that I've decided I'm getting all of them, I haven't been able to find Torlai. I might have been able to get Torlai the first couple days. I wouldn't have been able to afford her, but I might have been able to find her if I found her like on the first or something. But I'm sure she'll come back in. And then that's what I'm worried about. Like I want to hold off on Deuce right now, just because, again, money, and because I want to review him with Torlai. Kind of do them in pairs. But at the same time, I'm worried about like, well, what if I finally found Torlai and then Deuce is sold out? So, but I don't think he's going to be as popular, because boy dolls usually aren't as popular as any of the others. So I'm hoping that that won't happen. But I'm thinking maybe of ordering him and then just putting him to the side until I get Torlai, or, you know, that stuff I'll have to decide as I move forward. And he could be more difficult to find because he's Amazon exclusive, but he also could be easier to find because he's Amazon exclusive. I don't know. But like like I said, I went to the Target and they were sold out of the 2-pack. But I think that may have to do more with the fact that Frankie was in that 2-pack than because Deuce was in the 2-pack. Oh, those are not socks. Those are leg warmers. Okay, so Monster High, as you can see from that, it did not take me very long, and I was able to do that all on camera, are pretty easy to unbox. That's a trend that they've had since their original packaging design. They're just very simple, not super hard to open or anything like that. Not super crazy things. Which is interesting, all things considered, because the reason that things usually are like difficult to get out of the box is because they want people to steal it. So I'm surprised that there's still anything on the market now that's that easy to get into. All right, so here is Clawdeen. Let's zoom in so we can see her details nice and close. I think I put my camera opposite than I usually do. So I do like that she has a little werewolf nose. She has some really pretty dark lips. And then she has her teeth painted on. So she has her fangs just like Clawdeen does. I mean, Draculaura. They have those fangs painted on their lips. I'm going to bring one of my lights over. There we go. So she has a really, really pretty eyeshadow. I love the like dark purple and that little bit of kind of like a plum or like a almost a burgundy below it, right above that like blue. Like that's so pretty. And then I love the shape of her eyes. They're very cat-like. Or I guess they're supposed to be dog-like. I don't know, because werewolves usually are more related to dogs. But I don't know, I think also the way that they're like kind of the oblong pupils instead of the side to side is very, very like werewolf and on brand. So I really do like her face looking at it up close. I love the freckles across it and the really dark eyebrows. So I'm trying a little bit of a different setup, which means my hands aren't as free as usual. I also really love the ear sculpt on top. And let's see. Oh, she just has little, that's what I was curious if she still had ear holes, but she doesn't. She has these fur tufts. But hopefully, I'm guessing that they gave her the fur tufts so she'll be able to wear the glasses that she comes with. We'll look at those in a little bit. But yeah, this, oh, it does move. Cool. So there's this earring on her ear here, and there's a cuff on this other ear that looks like it's like made out of crescents, which is really cute. I don't like the top knot. I might take that down. She is rooted in such a way that it would not affect the hair. In fact, it would make more coverage if it was pulled down, because it is kind of, it looks pretty thickly rooted back here, I think. I'm, again, not a expert on that, but it looks pretty good to me. Like, there's only minimal gapping, so. And the ears do pierce through the ear, looks like, on the back. They pierce through. The other girls can share earrings, but I don't know that she probably can't really share earrings with anybody else, but they can be removed. So, I don't know, that's something that we'll look at. Like I said, I'm still planning on doing that video where I review all the dolls kind of together and like my thoughts on them as a whole, but I've decided to hold off on that until I have all of them, since I decided that I'm now going to have all of them. Again, at least for the main collection. I also just noticed that she does have painted on baby hairs, which is super awesome. And then we come down to her necklace, which has this one that's, it looks like it's, so it's two necklaces, or is it one that's, nope, it's two separate necklaces. So she has a star on one and then a crescent moon on the other, with a couple other crescents. So they definitely went with the moon aesthetic for her, which is again understandable for a werewolf. Although guys, this is me, so of course it's all over the place. Her hair is 3 different colors, maybe 4, no, 3, yeah, because I think all of this is like this light, it almost feels like a rose gold. It's kind of purpley, but it's like not quite. It's like this off pinky silver. I don't even know. It's really pretty, but I don't know what to call this like main shade here. And then she has a dark undercut, and then she has these random purple streaks, which like really pull out the like purple in her eyeshadow and her outfit. That's really pretty. And I love this like one big curl right here in the front. Poof, poof. Yep, so cute. All right, back to her outfit. So we passed the jewelry. She has this long sleeve that has these claws and moons on it, which is super cute. Again, very crescent, very like moon theme, which is fine. Like, I like that they stick to a theme, especially with the core dolls. And then we have a werewolf howling at the phases of the moon on her top of her overalls, which are really cute. And then they're purple, and they have this little cheetah print, which I think is so cute. And then she has this belt that matches the jewelry. And again, it looks like it's the phases of the moon. So you have different shapes of the crescent, which is really cute. And I love this chain hanging down. There's even a little paw here on the chain. It's cute. And then we come down to our legs, which again, as I said before, these are, I thought they were socks, so I went to pull them up, but they're more like leg warmers, or like, they kind of look like athletic, like, yeah, well, like leg warmers kind of thing. Sorry, I just made myself mad because I think I've told you guys about the fact that, but I haven't said it in a Monster High video yet. Someone stole, I had ordered the 6-pack and it got delivered to the wrong address and they refused to give it to me. So, yeah, I was supposed to have the sports 6-pack, but I don't have it. So yeah, maybe one day. These, are her shoes. They're really freaking cute. So they're these purple, like high heel gym shoes kind of thing. With this like gold lacing detail on the front. Again, some more moons and some crescent moons. But then look at these like teeth down here. I love them. This is so cute. Oh, look at the crescent at her heel. See, this is exactly what I was hoping, that I would get her open and then like be like, nope, I love her too. Like, that's what I was hoping for, and it was definitely very successful. Now, one thing I am noticing is that she has a different hand sculpt. So she's the first of all the ghouls that I've opened that has had a different hand sculpt. Like, every other one has had identical hands, but she actually has claws. And her hand mold is also in like a different position. So all the other ones have the thumb out with then like the two little middle fingers kind of together. These are all just separate. This is just a straight up claw hand, which is super cool. Excuse my lipstick all over. I just woke up from a nap. Also, so she has a little bit of fur design here at her wrist. And then at her ankles are also fur. I'm curious what her feet look like, if they also have the claws or if they're the standard feet. They are the standard feet. So the one thing I've noticed so far is that all of the Monster High dolls at least can share shoes. They can't necessarily share everything else. Sorry, I just got a text message. They can all share shoes, but that's one of the few things that they can all share, because they do all have different body types, which again, I'm going to be doing a separate video about all of their different body types and comparing them to each other kind of thing. But like I said, I've held that off till I have all of the dolls. All right, so there she is. And now we have her accessories, which they all come with like a second fashion piece. So far, Laguna's the only one that came with like something that could kind of be considered a second outfit, because it is a swimsuit. But again, that's because that's totally like Laguna and kind of necessary for her character. And they do all come with these like just cardboard hangers. You could kind of probably figure out a way to use them, but I cannot. Oh, there's like little taggies all over in her thing, and it just made some rips, but that's fine. So it left holes, but it's okay. It's on the inside. It's furry on the outside. You won't be able to tell. But it looks like it's a little vest. So I don't know if this really goes with this outfit, but she has this furry vest. Because it's very like, her outfit's very like farmer chic. And then it's like, and then here's this like fur stole. So who knows? Maybe it is cute when it's on. We'll find out, because we're putting it on now. It's okay. I don't think it really adds that much to, or I don't think it adds the right thing to the outfit, but maybe it does. Maybe like it's, I don't know, it does kind of feel more like traditional Clawdeen from the original. Again, not a super fan of the original designs, or so I'm not super sure, but maybe that's what the idea is. And then she does have these glasses, which I know a lot of people had issues with. Okay, so they do kind of slide on, and they held on with those little tufts. They're not as bad as I thought they were going to be. They definitely look better on the doll than in the artwork. The artwork, they look really bad, but they do look cute on the doll. Yeah. And then she has her Howl Puffs. Come on. Focus. So they look like little crescents again, and they're cheese. They're kind of like cheese puffs, but they're called Howl Puffs. There's a little werewolf up there. And the nutrition facts on the back and the barcode. Again, if you guys know if it says anything, please let me know. I can't see with my eyes. I don't know if they're actual words or just gibberish meant to look like words. Especially because my camera won't focus on it to save its life. So. And then we have her eye coffin, which on this side has the case, so it has like some scratches and claw marks and more that cheetah print, and then a little like werewolf head at the top kind of peeking over, and there's the front where you can see her apps. So cute. And then the werewolf face is on this side as well. And then we have her food item, which is her Scarokies. Is that what they called them? Blue Moon Spookies. So Blue Moon is like, yeah, and see, it's blue and it looks like a crescent moon because she took a bite out of it, but it kind of almost also looks like an Oreo, or like a moon pie. I think that's more what they were going for, is like a moon pie. So, and then she has this little brush. So I think this is more like for her to hold as a character than obviously for you to use for her hair. Because that's one thing, is that they did not come with stands and they did not come with brushes. Not complaining about not coming with brushes, because I feel like brushes at this point are a waste of plastic. Especially because like they're not even that good for the doll's hair. But this is more like for her as a character to have, especially because like it makes sense, because like a werewolf, she's gonna have like extra hair, extra fur. And then we have Crescent, which is her little pet. It's this little purple like wolf with a little crescent necklace and little fangs. I love the like hot pink tongue. It really sticks out. And they have these really pretty yellow eyes with some star decals in them. So cute. I love it. It looks like he has a little scar over that eye. And there's a crescent behind the other eye. So that's cute. And now this is the first one of all the dolls that I had that has not had a backpack. Instead, she's had a purse. And then it does feel flexible. So it does still open like the backpack. So you could probably still fit a few things inside. Just having a really hard time getting it to like stay open because of the shape, and because there's also this rubber band here, but I don't think it's affecting it that much because that's not really where it opens. But I think it's just because of the shape, it doesn't really want to stay open. But there you go, it does open. And then like Frankie's bag, this one has a chain on it, or a charm on it. So you have a key, a moon, and looks like a little paw on that one. And then it has this crescent moon on the front and some claw marks across the bag, which is really cute. I like the extra details underneath, because like that's the reinforcement at the bottom, so you could like set it down or like keep it from like popping anything through. And it has this cute handle. There are no openings on the bag, so you do just have to slip it over her shoulder. So it does just kind of sit on her shoulder like that. So just be careful with that one. It's not as sturdy as like the backpacks, obviously, because, you know, the backpacks actually go over their shoulder, so it can stay on a little bit better. That's cute. That's really cute. Because it's so like fundamental to her character, I'm trying to keep the glasses on, but because they didn't do like what they did with Ghoulia, where they made sure that they like actually were attached to her head, I'm a little concerned about like losing them, because they stored them in her bag, like, or in her box, like an extra accessory, whereas like Ghoulia was part of like her design. But I do prefer that these have no lenses in them, so you can actually see her face, unlike Ghoulia's, which are foggy for some reason. I don't know why they decided to make them foggy so you couldn't see her face, but they did. But thankfully they did not do that with Cleo. So yeah, my overall thoughts on Cleo is that, again, still not my favorite, but just not my favorite doesn't mean that I don't like her though. I do like her a lot more than I thought I was going to. Definitely having her in my hand definitely makes a difference. Still probably going to take this top knot out. Actually, I'm doing that right now. I'm going to have to obviously boil wash that down then if I decide to keep it out, because I'm not a top knot person. I never have been. Probably never will be. And that's nothing against the doll or the design or anyone who is a top knot person. It's just not my thing. So I think that's cuter. Yeah, I like her. I do. I really enjoy her. I think she's a good doll. I think she's a good design. I very much gives off the werewolf vibes that she's intended to give off. I think she's well done. She definitely deserves her flowers. I feel like she has pretty much the kind of basic doll body that we are given. She doesn't have anything like super extreme, but she does of course have her little fur details at the ankles and wrists, and I do enjoy that she has her very own hand sculpt, and she at least has her own head sculpt up here at the top. I don't know if the rest of it's different, but it definitely has a different head sculpt because it has the little ears up here, which are super cute. And then again, it also has the fur tuft, but it seems like just sticking her glasses in her hair, they are staying on much better than trying to balance them on the tufts. Yeah. So, all in all, good doll. I love her, and I cannot wait, or I'm so glad that I added her to my collection, and I cannot wait to open up the rest. All right. Thank you so much for watching. And it's a little bit disorganized, but when am I not? I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment down below on what you think of the G3 dolls. And yeah, subscribe so you can find us next time. We'll see you around. Bye. Hey guys, if you stuck around this long, I just really want to quick show you what I found at Target today, which is not the day that I filmed the original video, but it happens to be the day that I am editing that original video. I actually found, so this is the clawdeen in the video we were watching. I just found this clawdeen, which is the variant, which I believe is the not going forward variant, so I believe that this is the version we'll be going forward with, and this is the one that was the original idea, because this is the print that is on the back of the coffin bean box, which is what we saw first. I could be wrong, but either way, this one is staying in her box and is going to be part of my in-box collection. Because this one's already out and part of my out-of-box collection, and plus, like I said, I believe that that other one's going to be the rare variant, especially because that's the one that was sent with the PR packages, and oftentimes PR packages look different than the final product, so I believe that this is the final product version. Alright,